Welcome to a Community Partners interview where we explore the organizations, opportunities, and resources that look to make change in our daily lives. I'm your host, Sean Pickard, and you're listening to Voices for Ability Radio, all abilities, all the time. Today, I'm joined by Ritu Singarayer, who is Director of Community Development from Community Living York South. Community Living York South is a not-for-profit organization that provides support services to children, youth, adults, and seniors who have an intellectual disability and live in Southern York Region. Support is also provided to the families of those they support. They support people to live, learn, work, and participate in their community. Thank you for joining us today, Ritu. How are you doing?
I'm good, Sean. Thank you so much for having me on this station.
Oh, thanks for coming out. It's great to learn a little bit more about Community Living York South and exactly what you do for folks. Now, before we get into Southern York Region, tell us a little bit more about the Ritu experience. What inspired you to work at Community Living York South? Why work with individuals with disabilities?
Well, Sean, if I'm going to be honest, I have admired and I have learned so much, gotten so much inspiration from all the people that I have supported throughout the years, through all the families that I have supported throughout the years. Just seeing their journeys and being with them through their journeys has given me so much fulfillment in my life. I have a passion of working with people, and I have always looked at ways that we can better ourselves as human beings, but also how can we create options? How can we be innovative? How can we think outside the box to ensure that everyone is being respected, is living with dignity, respect, and with choice?
And that's the huge thing right there, is making sure that people have choice and are actually treated as individuals and not, say, cattle, right? So it's good to hear about that. Now, while I was doing my research for the show today, I saw that there were a number of services and programs that Community Living York South has to offer. Can you tell us a little bit more about those services and programs? What are some of them?
Sure. Now, where do I start, Sean? We've got so many programs and services that we provide. Our diverse range of services are tailored to individual strengths, needs, and goals. With what I mentioned, a foundational focus on dignity, choice, and accessibility. A lot of the programs that we provide are fostering personal growth, community engagement, and those essential life and social skills. So if I were to just start with our day options, let's say, right? Our day options, we have our day programs that support individuals to build their life and social skills and participate in the community. We have our learning academies that offer academic enrichment, blended with recreational and social community experiences. And then we have our marketplace experiences where it's providing educational, recreational, and a bit of a focus on employment to equipping people in making meaningful community involvement. And I'm very happy to announce that we were funded for a 3-year program to expand our ACT initiative, which is our Achieving Community Transitions initiative, which is supporting individuals with intellectual disabilities to find and successfully basically attain, maintain, and retain gainful employment. And that one, we have received 3-year funding to expand it throughout York Region, which is a very exciting opportunity for us. It provides job readiness, job coaching, the opportunity for individuals to really be successful in that employment journey, because it has so many different pieces to it. So we're very excited to have that as well. We have what I like to refer to as our Gateway program, which is our community support program that delivers a multilingual suite of services to over 2,500 families and individuals in the York South area. Primarily, the focus of this program is to support individuals and families in being able to navigate the developmental services, to find programming, funding opportunities, any resource really that they need. And that they desire. And it is multilingual, as I mentioned. So our employees speak multiple different languages to respond to the needs of our diverse York South community.
Well, that is huge, especially in the York South region of it being multilingual, anyways. But let's go back a little bit and talk about some of these in particular. You mentioned Marketplace.
Yes.
What is Marketplace?
So it's a program that we run in partnership with the municipalities, and it provides educational, recreation, and employment-focused opportunities, just basically to equip participants to have meaningful community involvement and contributions. So we partner up with the various municipalities in our region and provide these programs, and it's very choice based. So individuals will join whichever marketplace program that they want to. So they get an opportunity if they do want to do Monday, they want to do a specific program, they have the opportunity to do that. And they want to do that Monday morning, and then Wednesday afternoon they want to do the G license program, then they get to do that. So they get to pick and choose the different programs they want to be involved in. And it's run in partnership with the municipalities.
So it's a marketplace for them to choose their interest.
Exactly.
I love that. Okay. Now I've got a much better understanding of Marketplace. And let's touch base on Learning Academy. What is that all about?
So Learning Academy is it supports individuals to build their life and social skills, but it offers a more of an academic focus, and it looks to kind of blend that academic enrichment with recreational, social, and community experiences. So to kind of provide a holistic development of an individual, and those are run also in partnership with some of the municipalities, but also they are run in partnership with other organizations as well. We use a lot of community partnerships to build that program as well. So it is more a structured program where it is offered for the day, Monday to Friday, during the day.
There is a lot going on there. I love the opportunities here. But I really think, and I didn't catch the name of it. I know we talked about the Learning Academy and Marketplace, but you were talking a bit, Ritu, about a program you just got funding for, 3 years worth of funding, that will help individuals attract and retain employers.
Yes. Yes, so that is our ACT initiative. So it's long form is Achieving Community Transitions Initiative, and this program is a complete individualized support. So my coordinators will meet with individuals and create goals with them, and create employment action plans with the individuals and the participants, and provide a myriad of job readiness, work experience opportunities, work with individuals on basically the objective of this program and initiative is to ensure that people are successful, right? So we want to prepare them in whichever way they require to make them successful in achieving gainful employment. So there's essential hands-on experience that's provided. There's skill development opportunities and pathways to different workforces, the opportunity to do some career exploration. We basically work with the individual from start, and we follow them through on their employment journey.
I love that.
And a lot of this program is also through partnerships. We partner with other organizations, other employment organizations as well that are in the community, and we work to ensure that we are supporting the needs of the individual and that we are working together to respond to the needs of the community and the individuals that are looking for jobs.
That is some awesome stuff there, Ritu. I love the hands-on approach that is going on here. And they're all things that can change an individual's life, which is awesome. Now, some of the stuff that I've heard, I mean, for example, multilingual, there's a lot of different communities in York South. You've got a number of different programs going on here, so I'm sure there's got to be some folks saying, you're falling down on something. So let's for a moment just take a second here. Are there any myths and misconceptions about community living York South that we should step on?
Great question, Sean. Well, I guess a lot of the time, maybe families don't always understand who we support and what our like we have been in operations for 71 years, and there are still people we support and families that we come across that actually just don't know that we provide the services we do. And of course, in a world where we have newcomers, these types of services have not been available in the countries that they're coming from, and so it is very new. So the myth is that you can't be providing all that because we don't know that exists, right? So sometimes it's about holding everyone, holding each other's hand and saying, and walking them through it and walking them through all the different services and supports that are out there, helping them navigate the different the different aspects of the sector, and really just helping them and walking them through all of that. So I think it's that sometimes people don't believe that we do the services that we do because it's hard to get your head around all the things that are available in the community and the things that we do, to be honest.
And thank you for taking the time to explain that to everyone who doesn't know that this is possible. Now, this is going to nicely blend into my next question here because there's got to be some restrictions now and then, Ritu. I mean, let's focus on the Learning Academy, the Marketplace, or the ACT program, but are there any restrictions to those programs, such as age, disability type, caregivers or family members only, things of that nature?
Yeah, so for most part, I'll speak first about the ACT program. That is one that is age-based. It's 15 to 50, and it is for those individuals that have an intellectual disability. Of course, we service anyone who has an intellectual disability, dual diagnosis, anyone who comes under that realm, and that's who we service. So that is the requirement of that. For Marketplace, Learning Academy, and day programs, they're mainly for those individuals that are 18 and up, and they are and there is actually, I don't believe sometimes what we will do if we need to create things that are age appropriate, we might create, for example, a seniors group if we find that individuals are looking for that. So we really do try to tailor everything that we provide based on what the community actually needs and what's age appropriate, what's responding to the needs of the community, and etc. But we do, we Community Living York South do support and are mandated to support people with intellectual disabilities, and that includes anyone with a dual diagnosis.
Oh, makes me glad I have the radio station here, Ritu. I'm over 50, so ACT would be out for me. But good to know that, everything is tailored. That's what I'm picking up here. And I just love the fact that everything's tailored in York South. Now, let's get to one of my favorite questions here, Ritu, because, well, you mentioned earlier that community living's been around for over 70 years. So in that time frame, I'm sure there's been at least one success story come out of community living York South. Now, without identifying anybody, can you tell me a success story? What happened? What supports were put in place when someone asked for help?
That's a great question. And it's hard to on the spot choose just one. But when we if I were to just take the ACT initiative as an example, it was a model that was created with the idea to provide people supported with a continuum of services, because we wholeheartedly believed that if we support people throughout their employment journey, they will be successful. And in reality, if you provide a person, oh, here's an agency to connect with, see how things work out. They might call, and the agency is unable to respond. That journey for that person ends right there. So we wholeheartedly created this model of not with the intention to provide people timely supports, and with the intention to create a continuum of support that brings into all the experts in the community, so that we're not reinventing the wheel, but we're working better together. And in that same, you can create models, and sometimes you don't see that model come to light the way that you always expected. But if I, time and time again with the ACT initiative, I have seen that vision come to light. So there was an individual who had tried many times in the community to get a job, but was unsuccessful in being able to do that. When the ACT initiative started many, many years ago, they joined the ACT initiative, and we worked with that individual. We sat down with them, we created individualized plans and action, and then their employment action plans with that individual. We went through all of what they are looking for in ensuring that throughout their journey, they're making informed decisions and choices on where they want to be and what their career looks like, what their employment journey looks like. And we were able to identify some areas that the person could build their skill set to be more successful, and being able to be more successful in being employed. And so we worked with that individual on developing those skills, and we took it as a very step-by-step process. We basically worked with this individual step by step, from development of skills to what their interests were, and then targeted those employers that would be the best suit for this individual, where as far as their interest and other things lie. And of course, by the end of it, we were able to support this individual in being able to get what he classified his dream job. That person was brought on board on a part-time basis, and then down the line was one of the most valued employees this employer had, and they kept them on board, brought them on board full-time after, I believe it was about a year and a half.
Now, you see, hearing a story like that makes me wonder how many individuals without disabilities out there are going to hear the story and go, maybe I should do that.
That's a good question.
That was a great story. Now, moving on to events, I'm sure there's lots of stuff going on for community living York South. But, for example, have you got anything for employers? Get everyone to find out about what the programs you have coming up are. Or, say a gala in the summer to raise some funds for community living. Any events coming up?
Yeah, so we do a income tax clinic in partnership with the Me and Lau Family Foundation. And we have been successful in doing this for over the last 7 years. And it's a free income tax filing clinic for people with developmental disabilities and their families. And that's upcoming on April 11th. And we have been blessed to have so many accountants volunteer their time for this income tax clinic. Last year, we were successful in offering over 75 people income tax filings for free at no cost to them. So that's upcoming. We also have our annual barbecue that we're very excited about every year coming up on June 24th. And that is our community barbecue. We do that. We invite all stakeholders to come and just enjoy the night with us, to celebrate our employees, our volunteers, the people we support, the community at large, and we all just get together and have a really tasty barbecue, if I might say, together, and we share stories and just have a great time.
But now that you've told me there's a barbecue going on, Ritu, you may not get rid of me. You realize that, eh? I might have to find that barbecue. So
that's awesome, Sean. We don't want to get rid of you.
now, there's been a number of people go through the organization that you've been there, or during the time that you've been there, I should say. And I'm sure you've seen a number of different things, Ritu. But let's take a moment and just go back. What's the one thing that you still see happening to individuals with disabilities today that shouldn't be? And how do we stop it?
No, Sean, equal opportunity. Like, we have made many strides in enhancing opportunities for people with intellectual disabilities and their families, but equal opportunities are still not there. Let's be honest. We have made some strides. We have to stay vigilant. We have to stand the course and keep pushing through it. But there's still a lack of equal opportunities for people with disabilities and intellectual disabilities. How do we stop it? We have to continue to keep it on the agenda. We have to continue to find different ways that we can raise that bar and be able to create more inclusive and equal opportunities for everyone. It's something that cannot be put on the side of anyone's desk. It's got to be in the forefront of everyone's mind, and that goes for not only organizations, that goes for government. Everyone needs to have it on the radar and working towards it together.
That is huge right there, keeping everything on the radar. Don't shove it off to the side. It's something everyone needs to focus on. I love that. Now, if someone wanted to become a member or volunteer with Community Living York South, what is the process for joining, both as a member and as a volunteer?
Yeah, so everything is actually on our website. It's very simple to become a member. If our website is www.communitylivingyorksouth.ca, and anyone interested in becoming a member can, it's actually literally a couple of minutes and you can become a member of the organization. As for volunteering and employment, we have a careers page and a volunteer page on our website. Anyone interested in that would just email us their resume and their interests to our careers email, and usually someone will get back to them within a couple of business days.
A careers email. That's a good one. I love that.
We also work with a lot of universities, colleges. We are very proactive, Sean, and we value volunteers. We value placement students and the way that they complement workforces. So we make a we make a special effort to reach out to universities and colleges proactively to implement placement students and volunteers throughout the organization.
Give everyone the experience so that they can actually do the job when they graduate. I love that. What's the one thing everyone needs to know about Community Living York South, Ritu?
Well, that we are an organization that prides ourselves on being that organization that evolves with its community. We can promise you that we will always respond to those needs and evolve with the times evolve with our community. So I always take pride in saying that we are a responsive organization. We are here to support you. And there are multiple ways that you can be involved and access Community Living York South programming. We have our community support program, which is our gateway. If you have a question, if you have something you're wondering, you just don't understand how to navigate through the developmental services sector, call a coordinator and they will reach out to you the first chance they have. I'm very proud to say our community support program does not have a wait list. So we basically connect with individuals and families the first chance we get. And we have a multitude of programs that are there and tailored to meet the various needs and wants that the community has, that people have, and to access that. One thing I didn't mention, Sean, which I'm particularly proud of, is that community living is a pioneer in supporting family units to develop and sustain programming that's tailor-made to their unique needs and desires and goals of their sons and daughters. We, through collaborations and our assistance, community living has empowered over 20 parent-operated programs and family networks in the past decade to get off the ground and basically be able to create programming, but also create family networks so that people are not feeling alone. Like, you're not alone in this. So to increase their networks and the people and their support networks that they have, we have done a lot of work, and this particular thing sets us definitely apart when it comes to being a leader in this field.
That is incredible. I love the fact that you're supporting the parent operations. Like those are, just expanding that network and making sure people aren't alone. That is awesome. I love that. Now, if listeners are looking for more information, how can they reach out to you? 1-800 number, email, website, carrier pigeon, signal fire. What do they do?
I think the best, we are on social media as well, right? So I think the best way would be our website. The multitude of our programs and what we offer is always available there. So that's www.communitylivingyorksouth.ca. And other than that, we are on social media. We are on LinkedIn, we are on Instagram, and we are on Facebook and Twitter. So, please feel free. There's multiple ways to get a hold of us.
Good to know. And we are running out of time here, Ritu. So would you like to say goodbye to the folks at home?
Well, thank you for taking out time out of your busy days to listen to me speak about Community Living York South. And thank you, Sean and Paige, for having me on the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Ritu Singarayer, the Director of Community Development from Community Living York South. I'm Sean Pickard. That's all the time we have today, folks. Until next time, bye for now.